Okay, this question comes from Jessica Rosenberg Cohen from Brooklyn Heights, New York.
Okay.
She writes, "Hey boys, Warner Brothers is catching a lot of heat for casting Ben Affleck as Batman. Who would you guys cast as the Caped Crusader?" Great question, obviously. The new Batman Superman movie coming up.
Right.
And they are using Ben Affleck as Batman.
He was the bomb in Phantoms, yo.
Nobody seems to be happy about that. That we can tell.
Sure.
And it's which is unusual because usually the internet is aglow with supportive comments.
Yeah, comic book fans especially are usually supportive of movie casting.
it's funny because they probably cast Ben Affleck and they'll know that he catches a little bit of heat. But because Ben Affleck's an A-lister, they're going to make so much movie overseas that I don't think they care. It's just my wholly unprofessional
Are you
opinion.
upset about?
I don't like the fact that they're cast Ben Affleck at all.
Bobby?
I might be the only person that actually thinks it might be the right move.
Yeah?
Really?
Definitely to hit a different audience because it can't be a number 4.
Right.
It's going to be a whole new launch. Hopefully he's doesn't have a whole lot of screen time, but I still think he might be.
Yeah.
He might be a good choice just to almost shake things up, and that's the idea. What any production Warner Brothers wants to do, they have big people to fight against. They have a lot of stuff coming out. They have a lot of
Ben
competition
Affleck
out there.
can get yoked. I mean, the dude can get buff.
Yeah. Right.
I mean, he looks good in a tee.
Hey, you get no argument here.
Dude, I just keep on thinking about Daredevil and how much that fucking sucked.
Right.
Yeah.
Dude,
And it's like, okay,
nobody
he tried
can
doing
play
action
vision
hero.
impaired like Affleck, man.
Yeah.
No,
Not since Al Pacino. Said to a woman.
The best blind superhero. But you can't blame the actor for writing.
Exactly.
You can't do that.
No, I agree with you there. I mean, there were so many problems with Daredevil that I don't know if Ben Affleck was chief. I don't know if he was even in the top 10 of problems with that movie.
No.
yeah,
Or Geely. Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Man, I don't.
poor guy.
I am slightly unique in this. Like, I have absolutely hated and loathed the 3 contributions to the latest 3 Batman movies. Anyways,
You're not a fan.
no, I thought I thought Man of Steel was great. I thought it was, what I mean. It wasn't perfect, but I thought it was well good enough.
Right.
But I'm not at all surprised that. My suspicion is that Ben Affleck again won't be the problem, or won't be in the top 10 problems with this movie. I wish it weren't so, but I think it's going to suck, and they should just quit trying to go their own way.
Are you going in, because we all know you're probably the biggest Batman fan in the PCCC, maybe in the universe, right? Do you think you're stacking the deck against liking the movie? I mean, are you going in planning on? I mean, well, clearly.
No,
Expecting the worst, hoping the best, maybe?
No, he's not hoping
No,
the
but
best.
you're not hoping.
He's
so.
expecting the worst.
In this particular instance, I'm not hoping the best. The first G.I. Joe movie,
Right.
I expected the worst, hoped for the best, and was pleasantly surprised.
Sure.
Green Lantern, actually.
Yeah.
I expected it to be terrible.
Right.
Thought it was completely serviceable.
Right.
Fun superhero movie.
It worked.
Batman, I hope for the best, but it's kind of like if they do Transformers 4 or whatever, I'm not going to see it, but if I did see it, I would expect it to be terrible. I'd be shocked if it wasn't terrible.
Do you have any hope, because, I'm sorry to interrupt.
No, please.
Do you have any hope that this obviously indicates a separation from the Nolan-verse Batman? Do you have any hope that a new sort of vision of Batman might be better? I mean...
You know what? I didn't even think of it like that, to tell you the truth.
Mm-hmm.
If they really deviate, the problem is that the Nolan-verse Batman was hugely successful.
Right.
They made $1 gazillion.
Sure.
And so they're going to say, people like crap, or the people who who don't know the difference between crap. I mean, I heard this horror story on the Word Balloon podcast. I heard one of the who in the hell is one of the who's the author of
those movies?
No, of the cowboy with the messed up face.
Jonah Hex?
Jonah Hex.
Right.
Who wrote Jonah Hex? Married to the artist.
Jimmy Palmiotti.
Palmiotti.
And Justin
Heard
Gray,
Palmiotti interviewed about the Jonah Hex movie, and
Yeah.
to hear him, and he was involved, I think, in consulting or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
And to hear him say, I mean, he was just trying to be as diplomatic as hell, but he was basically kind of said, well, we kind of were going one way, and then the executives and the people who were supposedly in the know it's like, hey, you know comics, but we know movies.
Oh, yeah.
And these are the worst people in the world.
Right.
These are the people who said Transformers should make, lewd jokes. These are the people who said, no, we should, the Transformers movie should be about the Marine Corps. Right. Whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, Batman
we should have two
suck.
ethnic twin Transformers that are like step and fetch it.
Well, right. They write them. Writers don't write. It is the producers write, and they have
they're the note
data.
Takers,
they have data in front of them that says we need to have these factors. I mean, we need to have these 12 things to have happen.
Yeah.
To sell a movie. And once they do those 12 things, then you have just the same blockbuster as any other movie. You know what I mean?
I'm going to let out the secret formula here. I'm going to tell you guys
Listen up, Hollywood.
Listen up, Hollywood. The top secret formula, okay? This is the reason that the Marvel superhero movies are awesome and the DC superhero movies suck. The closer you are to the source material, the better the fucking movie.
Right.
Right.
Okay? The further away, the more you make it your own, the more you make it...
Re-envision it.
Oh, the more you try to fit extra brand new demographics into a movie. The more asses you try to put in seats, the more shit you're going to produce. Right. And if you don't care because you're just doing a cash grab, so be it, and shame on us, the faithful.
Right.
But, that's what I got to say about that.
Right. Boom. Jeff has no hard feelings about it. No,
so who would you rather see as Batman?
I would like them to cast...
Vin Diesel?
Things I want to do for my country. I would like them to just pull a no-name, somebody who's a British guy, probably.
Doing an American
the
accent.
Brits, because Brits are,
Cumberbatch?
better actors. So some relative no-name actor, like Superman or whatever, like they did with Henry Cavill, who's relatively unknown. Just cast that SOB, who's probably he's got the look. He can get yoked. I mean, it's important.
Yoked is important. Square jaw.
Square jaw.
Right.
He's got to have a good head, brown hair. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's racist.
He's got to have at least an 11-inch penis.
Yeah. Minimum.
Minimum. Yeah, and that's circumcised.
Right. How about fucking
somebody like that? Some guy who we don't know who's actually a good actor.
How about
who's
Mickey
honed his
Rourke?
craft?
How about Mickey Rourke playing?
Mickey Rourke?
Yeah. How about Mickey Rourke playing fucking
serious?
old Bruce Wayne, dude? Like
Maybe
Dark
Rourke
Knight
was
Returns.
maybe
Dark Knight Returns. Bruce Wayne played by Mickey Rourke.
Maybe Dark Knight Returns.
maybe
Have you seen
20
his
years
face
ago.
recently?
He looks too funky. Yeah,
He's like one of those plastic surgery disasters.
Yeah.
It's like
yeah.
really
Maybe
like,
20 years ago before all
almost
the
not human.
plastic surgery. He's a badass, but
He is a
he
badass.
looks weird.
It's the puckered lips, I think. Is
Ooh,
No,
it's
Can you
gross.
see those underneath
He
the
looks
cowl?
like-
it would be
Oh, it's like
He
fucked
looks
up.
like Joan Rivers or something.
Well, but he played Marv in freaking.
He did, yeah.
And so they can
And
just
Mickey
make him
Rourke
up.
type.
They can just make him up so that he looks however they want.
I would say
Yeah.
Mickey Rourke type. Yeah, I don't. There's no salvaging Mickey Rourke's face.
Gotcha.
Face is
What about
Hideous.
hideous.
They would have to
He's
just
a
CGI
hideous
a new
man,
head
and we will
on him.
never interview.
Clint Eastwood 20 years ago.
Yeah, Clint
Yeah.
Eastwood 20
Or
years
what
ago.
about Hellboy?
Oh,
No. Yeah, Ron Perlman.
Ron Perlman.
No, he can't do Bruce Wayne. The dude looks too weird.
And he
The
does a
dude
weird
looks
look.
like fucking a weirdo, man.
If they
He looks like a weirdo.
I miss
No, Bruce
young
Wayne is
Batman.
millionaire playboy.
being
I think we need
Super
another
critical.
young Batman. This old Batman, I'm tired. I want a younger Batman.
Yeah?
You want a year
like,
one.
like a year one, a young kid, like how they almost went with Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Hell
Younger
no.
kid, like a younger guy.
Hell
I like the young.
No
young Batman.
JGL.
No,
No way.
old guy in a walker.
Young
unless
Batman
he's
is cool.
teaching somebody.
That's something we haven't really seen, like a year one. What if they just
Well,
did
Batman
Batman year
Begins,
one with somebody?
man.
Oh,
Batman
oh
Begins
yeah.
is a big origin story.
I guess.
Yeah.
Well, that's the problem, though. That's what the pussy shit where they go, oh, let's basically make Batman year one, but not really because
And it ruins
we're
Batman
cowards.
year one. Now they can't do Batman year one, or they just reboot it like they did Spider-Man, which is annoying when they reboot.
Just
so annoying.
No, when they reboot, it's like bands covering songs from 3 years ago.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
It's what it is.
Yeah.
It's like, it's the new Punisher. Or whatever. Like.
Right.
Actually, speaking of Thomas Jane, he might do a good job.
Actually,
yeah. You're a TJA guy?
Yeah.
Bryan Cranston.
If John Hamm from Mad Men.
Yeah.
If he was
there you go. John Hamm.
Yeah.
That dude could get yoked.
John
Hamm. No, you're right. John Hamm. That is it. That
We've decided.
The brain trust has spoken.
I would say
PCCC approved.
Mel, man. Gibson. Dude.
5 cones to Hamster.
Mel Gibson. He can get you fucking yoked, man.
All right, we're going to go to the next question.
Yeah, next question.
Go to the next question.
Old man Mel.
We spent 20 seconds addressing the actual question.
Hey, John actually has the 12-inch